Listen, something just snapped in the timeline of hip-hop chaos. And for the first time ever, it's not Blueface, not Carlisa, not even Whack 100 holding the lighter. It's Bino, shaking like someone just handed him a live grenade with Junior written on the side. And he's pointing the finger straight at Chrisean Rock like she's the final boss of parental disasters. But wait, because Hazel E, the queen of adding premium octane drama to any situation, just jumped into the mix and turned a spark into a full-blown Hollywood wildfire. And trust me, this is the kind of scandal that makes the Kardashians look like a Montessori daycare. According to Bino, Jr. isn't just not safe, he's in a danger zone so intense it should come with TSA warnings. The whispers are growing louder. Receipts are sliding across timelines like illegal documents in a spy movie. And the reactions. Phew! Social media is losing its mind like it just discovered a new zodiac sign. Secrets are leaking. Alliances are breaking, and this whole situation is spiraling faster than Chrisean throwing a chair on Liv. So buckle in, because the truth you're about to hear is the kind that doesn't stay buried. And tonight, everything gets exposed. From the moment this entire saga cracked open, could practically feel the internet shifting like it just heard Beyoncé whisper, "Don't tell anybody I said this." Because that's how serious the energy became when Bino stepped up with the boldest, most trembling claim of 2025. Junior is not safe with Chrisean Rock. Now, if anyone else had said it, the world might have shrugged. But Bino, the man who's usually quieter than Blueface during fatherhood conversations, suddenly came out swinging like he's been storing every thought in a vault under his mattress. The way he spoke, straight from the gut panic. Not the usual "I'm worried," not the casual "we need to talk." He came in with the kind of urgency people use when the kitchen is already on fire and someone's still asking where the smoke is coming from, and instantly social media went into meltdown mode. Timelines started convulsing. Hashtags were multiplying like gremlins. Everyone was choosing sides faster than the internet did during the Will Smith slap. And at the center of the chaos, Junior, this tiny little baby whose entire life has been dragged onto the public stage like he's the season finale contestant on a reality show he didn't audition for. But Bino wasn't finished. No, sir, because once he opened his mouth, the floodgates burst open like Chrisean breaking a door hinge during an argument. He started listing behaviors, posting cryptic comments, dropping hints that felt like the previews of a documentary. Nobody asked for, but everyone is now locked in to watch. He said things were unstable. He said he was scared. He said the environment wasn't right, and each statement came with that heavy "I've seen too much" vibe. The kind that makes people stop scrolling there. For you page mid-swipe dot, but here's where things really turned. Cinematic because the internet barely had time to breathe before Hazel E stepped into the chat like the uninvited auntie with gossip hotter than the tea kettle. You ever seen someone add gasoline to a situation? Hazel didn't just add gasoline. She brought the entire refinery. She didn't say, "Let's calm down." She didn't say, "Let's think logically." Nope, she said, "Actually, let me tell y'all what really happened." Boom! Explosion! Instant trending topic. The kind of social media earthquake that shakes apps across all major platforms. Hazel E started recounting things like she had the director's cut edition of the drama stored on her iPhone. And she said it with chest, not whispering, not implying. Not dancing around the truth like a politician. No, Hazel came out swinging like she was auditioning to narrate a Zeus Network expose. She claimed the environment around Junior wasn't stable. She hinted at things she heard, things she saw, things people didn't know. She dragged in conversations, history, and receipts so old they probably had dust on them. And the internet. Oh, people were eating it up like free samples at Costco. Because if there's one thing the world knows, it's that Hazel E doesn't just speak, she detonates. She talks with that spicy flamethrower tone that makes situations escalate from minor disagreement to nuclear diplomatic crisis. In under 30 seconds, Suddenly, everyone was replaying old clips of Chrisean every fight. Every meltdown, every chaotic live stream, as if they were FBI agents trying to build a timeline. People were posting screenshots like they'd been waiting months for this moment to go full detective in Bino. He was doubling down, responding faster than a crypto bro during a market crash. But here's the thing. People weren't just reacting. They were choosing characters in the story like it was an Instagram poll. Team Bino started screaming, trying to save the baby. Team Chrisean said, "This is just another hater attack." Team Hazel was like, "Finally, someone said IT." And Team I don't know what's happening, but I love drama was watching from the sidelines with popcorn. Even celebrities started chiming in. A few rappers dropped emojis. Influencers made TikToks tilting their heads dramatically. Reaction channels uploaded 12-minute videos titled, "We Need to Talk About This," with red circles and arrows all over their THUMBNAILS. Meanwhile, Chrisean stayed silent. For a moment, and that moment. It was terrifying. Because when Chrisean goes quiet, it's like the calm before a reality TV hurricane. The world knows the silence is just the charging stage, the loading screen before the boss fight. But Bino didn't stop. His fear felt raw enough that it made people question the entire timeline of events. Was something happening behind the scenes? Was something being hidden? Was Junior like a pawn in a giant chess game that none of us realized we were watching? And Hazel O, she, wasn't just fueling the fire. She was shaping it, controlling it, fanning it with the pride of someone who's been waiting for a moment to unleash her opinions with maximum impact. She talked about parenting, about past drama, about what she believed Chrisean wasn't handling correctly. Her tone was so sharp you could use it to slice onions. The escalation felt unstoppable. Every hour, new claims were dropping. New videos were uploaded. New clips were circulating showing Chrisean in questionable moments, clips that looked completely normal last week but now seemed like evidence. People started asking who really had the baby's best interest in mind. People questioned guardianship, mental state, stability, accountability. Every word ending in ITY that people normally avoid until the drama gets unbearable. It was getting so heated that even the Zeus network probably had writers saying, "We couldn't script it this well?" That's saying something. But deep beneath all the loud opinions, something darker was forming, a fear, a genuine concern. A what-if dread that made the whole situation more than just entertainment. Because when someone says a baby isn't safe, even the internet pauses. Even haters hesitate. Even trolls check themselves. And that's where the tension truly exploded. Because no one knew where this was heading. No one knew who was telling the truth. No one knew what the next twist would be. All they knew was this. The story wasn't slowing down. It wasn't fading. It wasn't calming. It was accelerating fast, messy, and out of control, and everyone could feel the storm forming over the horizon. The moment the internet thought things were already spiraling, the timeline said, "Oh, you thought that was chaos? Wait till I show you the premium package." 'Cause as soon as Bino's warnings shook the ground and Hazel E poured jet fuel over the sparks, the situation morphed into a full-blown digital earthquake. It was the kind of escalation that makes love and hip-hop. Arguments looked like preschool circle time. People weren't just reacting anymore, they were investigating. The internet became a global detective unit overnight. Everyone suddenly gained FBI-level skills, zooming into screenshots, analyzing timestamps, comparing old lives, cross-referencing rumors like they were trying to solve a national conspiracy. The memes, instant classics. Someone edited Junior wearing night vision goggles with the caption, "Trying to survive in Chrisean's house." Another posted Hazel E photoshopped as a firefighter pouring gasoline instead of water. But the true plot twist arrived when Chrisean finally broke her silence. And she didn't do it calmly. She didn't whisper. She didn't give a thoughtful PR statement. No, she came in like a hurricane holding a microphone made out of raw emotion. Her voice shook the digital streets like she had a personal vendetta against peace. Her response was pure. "Chrisean chaos mixed with adrenaline. Bino got me messed up if he think he about to play with me and my baby." And just like that, the earth split open. Her fans charged into the battlefield like digital warriors, swinging screenshots, videos, receipts, and backup receipts. The comments section turned into a gladiator arena. People weren't typing, they were smashing their keyboards with their whole forearm. Every reaction video channel went live. You could practically feel the YouTube notifications melting from overuse. TikTok influencers stitched the clip with dramatic gasps, fake crying, and conspiracy theories. Someone even made a chart titled, "People Who Believe Bino versus People Who Fear Chrisean's Hands." Versus people who fear Chrisean's hands. But the real chaos erupted when some celebrities decided to jump in. Not big A-list movie stars, no. The relevant ones. The ones who love a messy storyline more than their own public image. Rappers dropped cryptic emojis on Twitter, actors reposted shady memes, and one reality star wrote, "Not my business, but I'm eating this up." Instant viral. The kind of viral where even people who didn't know who Bino was were suddenly choosing sides. Hazel E. She wasn't backing down either. In fact, she doubled her energy like she drank a gallon of pure drama concentrate. She posted long voice notes, then switched to Instagram, then hopped to TikTok, then came back to Twitter as if each platform was a different battlefield and she was determined to win every single one. Her tone was sharp, dramatic, and suspiciously. She wasn't just inserting herself into the drama, she was taking the steering wheel and doing U-turns on the freeway with her eyes closed. She said things like, "Y'all don't know half of what goes on, okay? And Junior deserves better, and people have been quiet too long." The cryptic energy, off the charts. She made people feel like she had a whole secret documentary saved in her drafts, and that uncertainty, those possible hidden truths, made the internet combust. People started digging into past interviews, old arguments, deleted tweets, dusty screenshots, and even off-camera accusations no one cared about until today. It became a digital scavenger hunt where every clue sparked another theory. TikTokers made timeline breakdowns with dramatic music and red arrows. Twitter made threads so long they felt like dissertations. Instagram pages were posting hourly updates like it was a presidential election. Then somebody leaked an alleged private DM conversation where Bino expressed deep anxiety about Junior's environment. The internet pounced on it like hungry wolves. The screenshots spread faster than sneaker bots on release day. People were breaking them down word by word, trying to interpret tone, intent, subliminals, hidden meaning, everything. And the pressure intensified. Every hour, new accusations were erupting. Every minute, new memes were being born. Every second, someone somewhere was choosing a side. Chrisean's defenders attacked Hazel E with the force of 1,000 stan accounts. Hazel E's fans clapped back with equal chaos. Bino supporters posted paragraphs longer than Netflix contracts. It was a digital two-groove war so dramatic even Zeus network execs probably whispered, "Man, even we couldn't write this." But the true twist came when random eyewitness stories started pouring in, stories claiming they saw weird things. Heard arguments, noticed concerning behavior. Were half of these stories exaggerated? Absolutely. Were some of them completely fabricated? Most likely. Did the internet care? Not even a little bit. Because the timeline wasn't looking for truth anymore. It was looking for entertainment. And this situation was delivering like Amazon Prime on a good day, as the fire kept burning. Someone resurfaced an old clip of Chrisean throwing a vacuum cleaner like it was a professional sport. The clip went viral again. Rebranded as Exhibit A, people stitched it with captions like, "Bino trying to explain why he's worried." Junior's toys flying across the room every weekend. Hazel watching all this unfold like, "I told y'all." The joke-to-drama ratio was now 50/50ths. No one knew whether to laugh, cry, or call CPS. But the tension grew darker as the conversation shifted from funny memes to actual concerns. People started debating custody, mental health, safety, and responsibility. Influencers released serious commentary videos with dramatic lighting, acting like commentators on a scandal documentary. The emotional temperature skyrocketed. And the thing about internet drama? It doesn't stay in one place. It spills, it spreads. It infects every corner. Soon, this wasn't just a Chrisean versus Bino situation. It was a cultural debate, a battleground of parenting ethics, a tornado that sucked in unrelated influencers, ex-friends, old enemies, ex-boyfriends, bloggers, gossip pages, and anyone who typed the word junior more than once. Hazel E was still dropping bombs. Bino was still panicking. Chrisean was still raging. And the public was still glued to their screens like this was the finale episode of the messiest reality show ever filmed. But underneath the chaos, a frightening question kept boiling to the surface. What if someone's telling the truth? What if the warnings aren't exaggerated? What if Junior really is in danger? That's when the drama took a sharp turn away from memes and madness into something that started feeling like a crisis. A turning point, a moment no one could predict. And when the tension hit its peak, the story flipped again. But that's where the next chapter begins. When the dust should have settled, it didn't. Instead, the storm got louder, heavier, and more dangerous. Like the internet collectively took a deep breath and said, "All right, now let's really make this messy." Because once accusations like Junior isn't safe enter the conversation, everything shifts. Drama becomes fear, memes become warnings, and public opinion becomes a weapon sharper than anything else. And that's exactly what happened. The moment Bino's claims hit maximum velocity, and Chrisean responded with her trademark volcanic rage. The online world split into factions that looked like rival kingdoms preparing for war. Every tweet, every post, every voice note, every leaked screenshot became part of a narrative bigger than any one person. The aftermath wasn't just messy. It was a demolition zone. First, Chrisean's name started trending globally. But not for winning a fight, dropping a song, or going viral for something wild on live. This time her name sat beside words like concern, danger, custody, and environment. And those words, they stick. They stain reputations the way Sharpie stains white clothes permanently, stubbornly, aggressively. Parents online started weighing in. Therapists jumped in with threads. Child advocates started analyzing clips like forensic experts reviewing evidence. Suddenly, everyone had an opinion about Chrisean's ability to parent. Even people who didn't know her last week. But the biggest shift came when celebrities started distancing themselves subtly, quietly, carefully. You could feel it. No more reposts. No more hyped interactions. No more playful chaos supporting energy. Everyone backed up slowly like they were tiptoeing away from a firecracker seconds before it explodes. And in that, silence. Bino posted again, not loud, not explosive, not dramatic, just emotional. You could hear the fear dripping through the words. You could see the urgency tucked between the lines. He wasn't joking. He wasn't exaggerating. His messages carried that heartbreaking energy of someone who genuinely believed a child was at risk. And that tone shifted the entire internet. Suddenly, the jokes paused. Even trolls got quiet. And Chrisean's silence became deafening again. But this time, it wasn't the calm before chaos. It was the something is very wrong kind of quiet. Hazel E used that moment to strike again because she never misses a beat when a storyline intensifies. She didn't whisper. She didn't hold back. She unloaded like she'd been rehearsing the speech for weeks. Claims, concerns, allegations, some vague, some shockingly specific. Hazel presented her perspective like a prosecutor building a case. And the public devoured it. But this new wave of commentary led to real consequences. Real institutional attention. Real discussions behind the scenes. Bloggers reported that. Conversations were happening privately, anonymous. Sources hinted at interventions being considered. Rumors swirled about family members stepping in. Every whisper became a headline. Every headline became a panic, and Chrisean. She wasn't handling it gracefully. More cryptic posts. More emotional responses. More public displays of frustration and hurt. Because once the internet decides you might be unstable, every move you make is viewed through a microscope. A normal rant becomes evidence. A sad post becomes proof. A moment of anger becomes confirmation. This is how reputations get swallowed fast, loud, and without mercy. Meanwhile, Junior became the face of the debate. A baby just months old being discussed like a character in a scandal series. His name trending more than rappers dropping albums. His photos becoming viral symbols of the entire situation. People weren't just watching the drama now. They were demanding answers. They were calling for accountability. They were asking who truly cared about the child's safety. The pressure on Chrisean mounted. The pressure on Bino intensified. And Hazel. She thrived in the chaos like a phoenix rising from the ashes of controversy. But the consequences weren't just emotional, they were relational. Friends unfollowed. Collaborators distanced themselves. Brands paused interest. Family members made statements. Where the timeline once cheered Chrisean's wild energy, now it questioned her stability. Where Bino was once a background character in the blue-faced Chrisean universe, now he was a central whistleblower. Where Hazel E was once dismissed as extra, now she was treated like the town crier delivering warnings. It felt like everyone was repositioning themselves in the story reputation management in real time. But the story didn't just impact individuals. It reshaped public perception. It created fractures. It turned fans against each other. It sparked debates about parenting in the spotlight, fame, mental health, generational trauma, and the danger of raising a child while drowning in constant drama. Then came the biggest twist. Someone close to the situation, anonymous, unnamed, claimed that real steps were being taken. They hinted that a protective evaluation might be happening. They didn't say when, where, how, or who initiated it. They just dropped the bomb and disappeared. The internet went feral. Speculation skyrocketed. People predicted custody battles, court hearings, emergency interventions. Influencers made videos so dramatic they should have come with soundtracks. And the craziest part, nobody knew the truth. Nobody had confirmation. Nobody had receipts. But that didn't stop the machine. The storyline was already bigger than everyone involved. And deep inside the mess, Junior, a baby caught in the center of a digital war, which brings the aftermath to its harsh reality. No matter what side people stood on, no matter what opinions were thrown, no matter what receipts surfaced, everyone could feel the storyline wasn't ending here. It was only changing shape, growing sharper, growing darker, growing more unpredictable. Because this wasn't just drama anymore, it was a saga, a wildfire, a domino effect of emotions, accusations, and revelations. And every saga has its next chapter. But that's where the outro comes in. Because the only thing more unpredictable than this scandal is what's about to come next. And if you've made it this far into the chaos, congratulations, you officially survived another episode of the most unhinged real-life drama the internet has ever produced. No Zeus subscription required. No popcorn refill needed. Just pure, unfiltered insanity delivered straight to your screen like the universe personally wanted you to witness this meltdown in 4K. But listen, before you run to the comments to argue, pick sides, or type a 3-paragraph rant about who's right and who's delusional, do me a favor. Smash that like button like it owes you child support. Not a gentle tap, not a polite click. I'm talking MMA level WWE finisher Carlissa found a new conspiracy energy. Hit it so hard the algorithm wakes up confused. And while you're at it, go ahead and drop a comment telling me exactly where you stand in this circus. Are you Team Bino sounding the alarm? Team Chrisean riding the chaos wave? Team Hazel E throwing jet fuel like it's a hobby? Or Team I'm just here for the mess? Let me know, because these comments turn into a digital WWE arena every single time. Oh, and don't act brand new. UKNOW, this channel is the only place delivering the drama faster than TMZ, louder than shade room comments, and with more flavor than a Chrisean meltdown on live. So subscribe and hit that notification bell like you're trying to break through to the next dimension. Because trust me, this saga isn't over. The next scandal is already loading in the background like a shady iPhone update. Stay locked in, stay messy, stay ready, because around here, the truth never sleeps. And neither do the scandals. This is Expose Express, where the chaos comes first.